Hey guys, it's Wednesday. I'm back at it in the garage doing some more work on the trailer. And again, I'll just take you along for the journey of what we're doing. The tubing that I cut out to replace the rotted pieces is now permanently welded. Before they were just tacked in. And I ended up putting a cross member in. It is a piece of beam from shelving unit from Home Depot. Kind of like this one here. It's just a different piece of it. But you want your nutmeg brown sand grout. Guess it wasn't a good seller. Anyway, so that piece is cut out and put in. The a couple supports were put across the rear. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up putting the ramps back in the backside or not. I may just have them fit down in between here. And then worked our way to the front, and as you can see, there's been a lot of cutting and slicing up here to try to get the rigidity back in the frame. All plasma cut out the old stuff, pretty much down about an inch and a half all the way around. And after that was cut out of there, I sleeved in a piece of tubing that was a set of racks for a van, luggage racks, and that's a tubing piece that was in between. It's because they were available. Sorry, Mike, I know you wanted them for your bus, but they were in the wrong place at the right time, so they sacrificed their life. But you can still have the ends if you want to make something out of them. So that's all been, those three beams were what I finished up last night going across. Now I have to make one going across there. You can kind of see the edge the plasma cutter leaves, and that's actually good for welding right there. You don't have to do anything to it, just leave it alone. You see the back section hasn't been cut out yet. I'm gonna try to do a little video with that and see how you follow. What I do is, this is magnetic tape, and I use that as my guide. It gets burned up over time, but it's actually not all that expensive. And what's nice is you could actually, like, if you have an intricate pattern you want to cut, you can make S's with it and whatnot. So there's one here, and there's actually, I don't know if it shows up, but there's one below it also, a black one, and that just helps support this one from when you're dragging the torch. It doesn't move it. I'll have to get a little fancy around here because this is going to be in my way, but as long as you get most of it cut out of there, you can just kind of take a whiz wheel and cut the rest of that out of there. Alright. This had a plate over the top of it that I had done a repair when I first got the trailer. It was actually a friend of mine who had passed away, and it's a story in itself. He was using this trailer to bring his Roadrunner up to my house, and we do work on it on the weekends, and he'd take it back home with him. So unfortunately he passed away. The family had given me the Roadrunner in the trailer, and that's why I still have it to this day. This is that plate that was in there, and what I had done was there was angle iron. Here it is. Give you an idea. It was like angle iron on the inside, and there was no way to really kind of get in there and cut all these welds out. So from, now being the bottom side of the trailer is upside down, I came through and I blasted right through with the plasma cutter and blew off where the brackets were and left the welds right on there. And then, of course, worked its way around, cut off with the whiz wheel. I seem to remember when I welded this on saying, it's going to suck if I ever have to take that off, but I'll never have to do that. Well, yes I did. Alright, here's what I'm using for a plasma cutter. It's just one of those Chinese jobbers. I probably had it for 3 years now, something like that. And it wasn't very expensive. At the time, I think I paid, it was in the $200 range, $279, something like that, $239, $289, I don't know. It's a 50 amp, and 220 volt. It's an inverter type. Giantech. They're pretty much all, they pretty much all almost use the same guts, and it's got a regulator on the back, and the only thing you got to do is make sure you add an air dryer on it, because they don't like wet air. Actually, you can run it on 110 or 220, but I think it cuts down how much you get when it's on 110. Yeah, I think you go from 50 amps to 38.7 and you knock it down. Nope, here it is down here, 27 and a half. So, the trick I found with using it, don't go over to it and say, yeah, I want to make a really good cut and peg the thing, because you'll burn up tips. Try to keep it somewhere in the vicinity of what you're using. Rusty metal kind of fights you a little bit more because of the rust, but it will burn through. Use some good smoky glasses. I mean, you can see through these, but it does help. Because if you stare at that light long enough, she'll get you. Alright, so we're going to plop you up on a stand here. And hopefully this doesn't kill the retinas on my camera. Alright. Guys complain that I don't use a camera stand. Well, we're going to go remedy that now. Some gloves would be helpful. There they are. Well, the guys is writing that you can get stuff called OSPO. I guess it's a rust converter. So I'm going to go take a run to Home Depot today, see if we can go find that stuff. And spray the whole trailer down underneath before I do anything with paint. Can't hurt, how I look at it. So we figure we'd do the OSPO, the paint, and the fluid film afterwards. Good to go. I took my glasses off. You guys must do this the same thing too. You put something down, it just like absolutely disappears. Walked over, got my gloves, and they're sitting on top of my head. There you go. And sometimes on rust it can be a little hard to get it started. And I like to use two hands. One kind of holds it and the other one I use my other hand to kind of like make a nice even pull with it. Because if you just try doing it by yourself, you'll find that you just kind of jerk around a lot. So. You got good penetration going all the way through. If you don't see the flames coming out the front, then you're going a little too fast. Let's cut that one right out of there. Out with the old. And it's not even like it's really hot neither. Continue on. much how it works. I had to kind of come in from behind on the other one, which is not a good idea because you burn up the everything wants to make noise.
System disarmed.
You end up burning up the magnet strip. So that's pretty much what you get from it. Anyway, zoomed out all the way. It gives you a decent edge to work with. It's not even all that hot neither. I mean, if you hold your hand there, nothing like a torch though. Plus, the other good part is, if you have stuff around it, it doesn't damage. Excuse me. It doesn't damage the material around it. It's so fast that it's not taking. Excuse me. It's not taking the flame and baking all the stuff around it. Alright guys, I gotta cut this short because I'm losing it. But that's pretty much what you got. They're cheap, they work quite well. And just watch the voltage when you're trying to cut whatever you cut and just try to match the thickness to the number. Alright, take care. Bye-bye.